Hey Mother Flickers, and we're back with another Flickerfo movie review. This time it is the Fantastic Four First Steps. Oh my goodness, what a movie. One of the positives about this movie is that it is not a origin story film. We've done the superhero origin story so many times, and especially with Fantastic Four, we know how they get their powers. You get a real quick explainer at the start of the movie, like a little background documentary, say, without giving too much away about the movie, like an explainer of how they got their powers, but it's not the entire film, which is great. They absolutely killed it with the casting for this movie because the chemistry and dynamic between all of them was really, really good. Vanessa Kirby and Pedro Pascal as Sue Storm and Reed Richards was just so brilliant. I loved every time they had an interaction with one another. The chemistry was great. I loved the whole husband-wife dynamic and impending parents dynamic. The dynamic between The Thing and Johnny Storm was so funny. They really just bounced off each other really well. Really good banter, and it really sold that sort of sibling image, which was really, really great and fun to watch. I think all around the movie is just really lighthearted and fun. You do get these in-depth moments, I guess they're trying to push this sort of moody, deep sort of moments, but it doesn't really sell just because the rest of the movie's been so lighthearted and fun. So when you do get to these really deep moments, they happen so kind of quickly and not really, I don't know, it feels more surface level than it should be. But again, it was still an enjoyable movie to watch. Wasn't a huge amount of CGI, nothing that was too over the top. I was obsessed with the whole 60s, 70s vibe. It was great. It added such a change to what we're normally seeing, with superhero movies. And it's very much like the Jetsons meets Mad Men. It was so good. I loved how they've incorporated all these vintage looks and styles and imagery, but also with all this tech. Also, shout out to Herbie. He's adorable. I think the person that really stole the show had to be Julia Garner as the Silver Surfer. She was brilliant, and she was captivating with every scene she was in. Even though she hasn't got an overtly huge amount of dialogue, she's killing it. You're actually engaged. So I thought that was fantastic. The love interest / love story that they tried to introduce with Ben, aka The Thing, I don't know, I found it really hard to actually care about it. There were only really small snippets of their interactions, but from what I've seen, I am not sold on it. And that's not to say that Natasha Lyonne did a terrible job. I think she's great in everything that she's in, but yeah, I think I didn't feel the chemistry between them two, and it felt very pushed. I'm hoping that will change and we get to see a little bit more of a more romantic dynamic between them, maybe in the next film. But at the moment, yeah, I wasn't feeling it, and the movie could have absolutely done without it. I'm going to give this movie a 4. I really liked it. It was really enjoyable to watch, and I am excited to see what they do with the Marvel Universe and the rest of the franchise. There were a lot of pros, but a couple of cons, which is why it didn't get the full 5 stars. As usual, I would love to hear anyone's comments. Please drop them below, and don't forget to hit the follow button if you want to see more Flickerfo content.